We weren't going to go to the tournament. We ended up going. We did lose to UCLA in the first round, but we lost by 2. And then my second example would be in 2015. I'd say a week before the Big Ten tournament, people were saying we were a terrible team. We were awful.
Yep.
We weren't going to be anywhere close to it, and we went to the Final Four.
Okay, so there we go.
Izzo.
You trust in Izzo, and you're going to roll with that.
I do.
Good.
Go green, Mike.
So then why did you call me? Because there's nothing to talk about if you're just going to place blind faith. I admit I get things wrong all the time. I'll own it, Pete. I'm making a case to you when you look at this team and you look at the schedule and you look at what we got. Pete, I just don't know how we're going to win some of these games when you know Wisconsin and Purdue are our kryptonite with how they play. We don't have those horses.
I understand, but at the same time, Izzo's proven it over and over again that he can take a marginal to bad team and we can make a run. So I don't see why he can't do it again this year.
All right, and Pete, it's fair. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're wrong. I can't. And I'm sure as hell not going to tell you I haven't gotten things wrong. But I look at this. I'm not looking at Terry's son, Kenny Goings, and he's going to be guarding Caleb Swanigan. I mean, that's
why is that my son?
Because he looks
injured.
Just like you.
No, he doesn't.
He does. Pull up Kenny Goings.
He's not going to play, is he?
What are you talking about?
I thought he was injured. Who's injured?
What do you mean who's injured?
I thought he was injured.
No, Gavin Schilling is injured.
Oh, yeah, that's
no. Kenny Goings is your son. He just looks like you.
Let me see.
What do you mean, let me see? You've watched him on TV.
I've watched him on TV,
hey.
But that doesn't mean anything.
All right, I'll go to Jake while you do your research over there. Let's go to Jake, 97.1. What's up, Jake?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How you guys doing?
Talk to me.
All right, except I look like Kenny Goings, I guess.
No, I said he looks like your kid.
Oh, he looks like my
go
kid.
Ahead.
Yes, I meant to agree with Mike there. Izzo, he has to make some adjustments. You know, with the young guys that he has, you don't see no basic basketball like full court press, no zone defense to help out on the big mans. You know, you don't see any of the the coaching style with Izzo this year. You know,
we don't do that. We've never done those things.
Yeah, we're going to need to do something to help the young guys. They're not ready, and they need all the help they can get.
No, this is how they're going to play, though. And look, it's a blessing and a curse. You know, when Izzo's got the right pieces, his teams are tough. They rebound. They grind you down. But the problem is eventually, here's the story of us. Eventually, we run into teams that have more NBA players that go down the floor, play straight-up motion offense, and you can't really play man-to-man defense on that and not end up letting the opposition shoot a million free throws. That ultimately is our problem. Now, if Izzo could have a team that had equal NBA talent to, let's say, the North Carolina team that knocked us out or the Arizona team or whatever. Look, the one shot we had where we had more NBA talent than the team across from us, maybe you could say the Final Four against Butler where we got screwed at the end and Day got fouled. Bottom line is we never go in as the team with more talent. And our style gets us there, but our style also is what puts a bullet in our head.
Yeah, what kills me on a set defense and the opponent's getting dunks and easy layups.
We don't have the horses this year. I mean, Jake, look, Kenny Goings is a hell of a player because I respect guys who bust their ass and they hustle. Look, Kenny Goings is a 6'6" kid. He's not meant to be guarding 4s and 5s, but he's out there. He tries. He gives the team everything he's got. I got a lot of respect for him. But
Damn,
I mean,
he could be my son.
I'm telling you, he is. We got to say, look. Bottom line, Jake. It's not that I want them to miss it. It's just I don't know how they're going to put it together and get it done. I really don't. And you know what? It's the same thing. On Sunday, Miles Bridges could have scored 30-something if he wanted to, or if we directed the ball in there. We did a terrible job getting him the basketball. We really, really did. He opened up 3 for 3, 4 for 4 in the first half. He should have been fed the basketball. And I know you could say, oh, we didn't get in our offense, or OSU tried to take him away. You can't take away getting the ball to him on a handoff, top of the key, and running pick and roll.
Now, one thing Tom Izzo has always done is he plays that spread the wealth type of offense. And sometimes if a dude is going, milk him.
I'm with you. Hey, Kevin, 97.1. What's up, Kev?
Hey, Terry. Hey, Mike. How are you guys doing?
Kevin,
what's up,
we're
Kev?
doing fine.
Terry, good to hear that you're back.
Yes, sir.
And, I think State definitely is going to make the tournament. And just to build off of Terry's comment about the cachet and the respect, I think they get in with 17 wins just because it's the Michigan State basketball program.
They'll be in the NIT, Kevin, with 17.
I don't know about that. But I think they're going to have more than 17 wins. And they are going to beat Purdue at home because the only one you got to guard is Swanigan. You don't have to guard Haas because Haas can't score.
Okay, but you don't. Okay, so who exactly will guard him? Because you go, oh, well, he doesn't score. Okay.
You're going to have.
Who's your
who
tallest
are you going
player?
to have guard Haas?
Yeah, who's your tallest player?
Well, yeah. You're not going to match up in size.
No. So my point would be,
he's not an offensive weapon. They don't run their offense.
No, but when you go into
Unless
a game,
he gets planted in the paint.
Excuse me, Kevin, he will get planted in the paint because we have no size. Nick Ward is a solid defensive player, good shot blocker for his size. You're going to be giving up 6-7 inches to Haas. You're going to have nobody who's going to be able to go with Swanigan, especially with Swanigan on the glass. You're going to end up with Kenny Goins at 6'6".
I think you put Ward on Swanigan, and then you know.
Yeah, how are you going to play against Wisconsin? Who's guarding Nigel Hayes? You going to put Nick Ward 18 feet from the basket?
No.
Okay, I mean, Kevin, look, I want them to win these games. I want them to win these games. All right, and then here's what Hayes is going to do. He's going to back him down and follow his ass out of the game. I mean, I'm just saying, Kevin, I don't say these things for fun. I'm not.
No, I understand.
I'll be rooting like hell for my guys. I love the fact we've been to the tournament almost 20 straight years. But this has been a bit of a disaster this year. I'm sorry. And I know the injuries hurt a little bit, but Ben Carter and Gavin Schilling weren't going to save this season. There was a terrible job scheduling by Tom with a young team, and it's been a bad job being able to lose to some of these awful teams. I don't want to hear any State fan call and go, oh, well, Northeastern might win their conference. I don't want to hear it. You were at home.
6. Here is what my Spartan family is ticked off about. They understand the early schedule and they lost a bunch of games, but they are ticked about the Ohio State game. The early substitution. I think you brought that up too in the second half. They point that's the only reason Michigan State lost that game.
3:46 mark of the first half. He took out his starting group, who was 5 for 5 from the field,
and nobody's tired,
and did a line change.
Yeah.
It was asinine. You had a chance to finish OSU before the game ever started. That's an 0-4 basketball team that was on their heels and questioning whether they were any good or not. And Tom let him off the hook, and I got to go out there and look at Matt McQuaid running around and pump faking to nobody. It's ridiculous. I mean, it is what it is. Tom's the greatest coach we'll ever have. It doesn't mean he's infallible.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
The part I don't understand is why he feels the need to play 10 or 11 guys.
For the same reason he's got a need to use the under-a-minute timeout every half.
Yeah.
MSU could be on a 30-0 run, running up and down a court, killing somebody. Here it is, 58 seconds left and a half. Quick, run to the sidelines. I want to call it to you. I don't know. It's what he does.
I know. I hear you.
Go to Joe, and then we move along. Joe, what's up?
What's up is the Spartans are going to be there for 3 reasons at the end of the year. Number one, the theory of relativity. No team is all that in the Big Ten. All you had to look at last night was the Michigan-Wisconsin game. For Michigan to be up 8 late in that game is against supposedly an infallible Wisconsin team at home, just let you know they're not all that. Number two, of the Spartans' 4 quality losses, they were in the ball game in the second half in 3 of them. Only Kentucky buried them. And thirdly, you still got a couple layups, at least one, in the Big Ten tournament. So all you need to get to is 18, win another one in the Big Ten tournament.
Who's your layup? Who's your layup when you lost to Penn State and 0-4 OSU? We're not in a position to talk about layups.
In the Big Ten tournament, if your record is 11-7 or 10-8 heading in, you're going to get a layup near the bottom of the barrel.
Oof.
Okay, that just by how the brackets work.
Yeah,
out.
he's counting in a tournament win.
Okay,
a tournament win. Yeah, that gets you over the top. And,
Listen, hope you're right.
A couple years ago, they were supposedly on the bubble, needed 1 win. They won 2 in the tournament, and they made a nice little run in 15. So I don't mind you, Mike, calling Coach out a little bit.
I'm not calling him out. I just said I thought he did a bad job Sunday. That's not a call out.
That's a call out. Yes, it
is.
Listen, say you don't understand some of the things he does. That's not a fire him or he's the worst coach in the world. But it's a little bit of a call out.
I just thought making a schedule like this with a super young team, that's not a great move.
That's a call out, though. A little bit